Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, tarot, and my intuition to communicate energies to you, the viewer. And today I posted two videos. They're similar, but they're in reverse. Okay, so this video will be about how the person on your mind, how you think they see you and how they actually see you. Okay, and the second video that I posted is how you're seeing the person on your mind and how they think you see them. Okay, so curious to see which ones are resonating here. Now, it doesn't have to be somebody that you're in a romantic connection with. It could just be someone on your mind and how you think they are seeing you, and then we'll tap into how they're actually seeing you. All right, so we have three options to choose from. Okay, we have this stone right here for option number 1, and we have this stone right here for option number 2, and for option number 3 we have this stone right here. All right, so use your intuition. Feel free to pause the video if you're drawn to more than one pile. It could certainly be energies on a scale. Okay, could be same connection, different stage, could be different people. Okay, and it could certainly be your perception flipped from your person. So just keep that top of mind when you're watching it. Just take the messages that resonate. You will find a pile that is more in line with your intuition than the others. So yeah, hopefully if you don't find something here, you find something in the other video that I posted. All right, so take a look, and the timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below, and I'll take you directly to your pick. See you then. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1, opalite group. You picked this opalite for pile 1. Now we will be taking a look at how you think the person on your mind sees you, and then we'll take a look at how they actually see you, okay? So I pre-shuffled these oracle cards. I have not looked at them. We'll flip them together, and then we'll look at the tarot a little later. But keep in mind that this could certainly be how your person thinks you see them and how you actually see them. But we're intending this to be how you think this person sees you, okay? And then this will be how they actually see you. And it could be anybody on your mind. And if you pick up energy from someone else in your life, then it could certainly be this other person or this energy coming up to communicate a message to you. All right, so Maya, number 6, the Amazon Queen battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. Wow, the Amazon Queen with battle. That's intense. All right, number 5, Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. Interesting how both this bat and this lady in this oracle card have this blue dot on their third eye. Very similar. Both have headpieces on. Okay. And we have joy. And we have starfish. Beautiful. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. I'm also picking up a little bit of fire and earth as well. And air. Wow. Picking up a lot of signs right now. Okay, mediator. Light attributes, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. And then a shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Mediator. All right. The storm. And observer with the number 49. Let's move this over because I'm not sure if you can see all that. All right. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. And the golden rose. All right. So how you think this person sees you. I think you think this person sees you as somebody who has a high level of commitment and a lot of aspects to you, okay? And that you are one to uncover truths and one to stay dedicated to truths, one to be very factual based and to gather all of the evidence and facts and be fair and balanced before making judgments. But they also feel like there's a side of you that is highly guarded and guarded because it's a precious place that is your core of who you are as an individual that not a whole lot of people get to see. This is how you're thinking your person sees you, okay? Yeah. Sorry if that's not how I started off, but this is how you're thinking this person sees you. So they see you, yeah, as somebody who is fair and balanced and can put on a good debate when it comes to sticking to facts and truths and committed to finding truths. And you're not afraid to change your mind or lean in a way that might not be popular opinion. You stay true to who you are as an individual. You're not afraid to ruffle feathers or go against the grain. You also have a unique perspective on situations that maybe other people might not see, or you can pick up on things intuitively that other people don't see. There's a high level of commitment and dedication you have for truths and for fighting battles of justice and happiness. But there is this side that there's like two sides to you. You feel this person sees the one that's not afraid to be rebellious or cause conflict or shut down or not speak your mind or lean into something if it might not be popular opinion. And then there's another side of you that is held in high regard that a lot of people don't get to see. That is, once they get to know you and get past, I guess, a lot of what other people see, because they might see you as somebody who is challenging or who is has a lot of aspects to you, so it's like hard to really understand you or get to know you, or what they think they see is not really how you are, because there's another side of you. And I feel like there's no giving up here. Like, you're very dedicated and you always find a way around a solution. You always find a new perspective, a new way to deal with something. Although sometimes if there is a situation in which might cause conflict, you don't shy away from it if you know that there is truth to be found. But you're not one to go seeking just for the sake of seeking conflict, but more to bring awareness to situations that other people might not be aware of, or a perspective that other people might be missing when it comes to bringing justice and fairness and equality. And yeah, there's like a side to you that goes without being shown, revealed, or unspoken, that the core of who you are is through your values and how you act in this world, or how you maneuver yourself in this world. You're not one to have to showcase it in a flashy way that is there. And in fact, it's very valued and guarded and protected. I think this person sees you as unpredictable. And this person sees you kind of as maybe, yeah, there's a lot of sides to you, like on and off. Sometimes you're joyful, sometimes you're in deep thought, sometimes you're pulled away in contemplation, and sometimes you're very vocal, sometimes you're assertive, and sometimes you're more passive or removed from situations. But yeah, that's kind of how you're seeing it, okay, or how you think they see you. And yeah, there's a heavy emphasis on intuition and seeing things that are maybe not visible to other people. because you have a lot of different perceptions and angles and experience and an ability to see things from a different way. Okay, so this is how you're thinking this person sees you. Or it could very well be how you think your person sees you, but this is how you think this person confusing myself. This is how you think this person sees you, okay? It could very well be flipped, where this is how they're seeing you and this is how you're actually being seen. But let's take a look at how your person is seeing you. Okay, see if it's similar to what you think. So we have darkening. Very similar to this storm energy we were getting. And Maya. Number 3, the winged messenger, creation, spiritual direction inspires my creative flow. And giraffe spirit, see the big picture with the number 29. And release. And raccoon with earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And gossip, light attributes awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow attributes thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. The bardo, exchanging gifts with the number 27. And retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, so how your person is actually seeing you. So similar, but a little bit different. So they're kind of seeing that side of you that you feel is just, or where you're standing for truth or bringing perception to awareness, is almost like, yeah, they do see it as you not really giving consideration to feeling so much as having to deal with situations on a factual basis. But I feel more from their perspective, it's like a need for you to do this more for yourself rather than it is a need to bring this justice to a situation or to help liberate other people. Okay, and that there is this desire with the release and retreat for you to change a way about you where maybe you're wallowing or engaging or preferring to see situations from an angle where something might be wrong or needing to be fixed or needing to be helped or needing to be changed in some sort of way, rather than maybe allowing things to be light and allowing things to be as they are. So there's like this they feel like maybe there's situations in which you could just leave well enough alone, that what it is resulting maybe in something that might be beneficial, rather than going in there to see aspects of a situation that you might think need fixing, or like you need to get involved in situations sometimes that aren't your own lessons, more out of a need for yourself. Okay, and I think this person sees you as somebody who is helping or coming out to help, but it's kind of coming from a place that's more self-serving. And maybe there needs to be a little bit more consideration on accounting for where other people are at, or taking feelings into consideration. And they feel like maybe you're getting a little bit resentful, or like it's bringing you down in some sort of way, having to get involved in situations that might be heavy, or that you feel you have to pick up the battle, and it's like taking a toll on you, taking a toll on your perspective. Maybe yeah, like you're going through stuff that maybe you shouldn't have to carry, or shouldn't have to be your battle so much, and to see the lighter sides of things, and maybe yeah, maybe allow for situations and other people maybe to learn their own lessons, or just kind of observe rather than get involved sometimes in situations. Yeah, and I feel like this person might be shutting down in an area of engaging with that side of you, or that aspect of you. Like they show up and want to have like a give and take when your light attributes come out, and when they feel love and giving and emotions are flowing. But if there is more of a focus on facts rather than feelings, or if there's a focus on making something just and right based on a situation rather than seeing someone's feelings, or being aware of there being someone on the other end of a situation that maybe you're causing conflict or trying to resolve, that might not be your thing. Sorry, I know I'm going on and on about that, but I feel like this is the bulk of the spread. It's almost like you have something to prove, or based on lessons and experiences that you've had, that you are bringing that and implementing that in other people's life stories that might not be their life story, and to know that there's so much more that you could be experiencing, rather than dwelling in, or choosing to work with situations that are depressing or dark, or not bringing you the joy that you deserve, or that you kind of revel in it maybe a little, or you show as though you do, but deep down I think they feel that you don't really enjoy this, that you're doing this out of a place that needs healing, or a place that you're not aware of yet, so they kind of disengage in that area. But I feel like there is this gentle love, and I do feel like this person does love you, and I feel like they want the best for you, but I feel like they're disengaged when it comes to a part of you that shows up that they might not be fully supportive of. Okay, I know it was a lot about that, but let's take a look at the tarot then and see how this person actually perceives you, and see if we can see some more. So thank you so much, Spirit, for pile number one's message in regards to how their person actually sees them, or the person on their mind. Might not be their person, but can we please take a look at how the person pile number one has on their mind actually sees pile number one? How are they actually seeing them? Clear and concise. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number one, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm so blessed. Let us take a look at what we see with the tarot. All right, so we see the moon. I do feel this one. Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords energy. Yeah, they feel like there's a part of you, baby, that you're having to learn a lesson in what we were talking about there, of when to know which battles are yours. They feel like for your, that there's a point in which you're going to realize or at least you're going to have a better understanding and not be seeing things in such a way that you are. The desire to get involved in areas, or that you're helping things, or you're fighting some sort of war on justice or something, where you're going to step out and see the truth, or accept reality, or move towards something that is more grounded, that you're going to want to move forward with in the future. And when you do, they see you moving towards, like, if you were to embrace this, they see you moving towards actually getting what it is that you want, and being highly desirable here with this Queen of Wands. Okay, because the Queen of Wands is all about the law of attraction and bringing in positivity. And the Queen of Wands can also bring in negativity if she's in that mind space or head space. So I feel like your person feels as though you are in control of where and what you're bringing in. So they feel like if you were to release some illusions, or some areas that you might be seeing things from your perspective, that you'd be able to move forward in an area that would allow you to be more desirable and get more happiness in your life, if you're to put an end to that way of being. Yeah, and then there's this emphasis on working with other people kind of as their partner, maybe, rather than because what I was feeling from there was like you had to sort through or figure out, or almost like a judgment type energy, whereas this is more like working with what's there and building something, and cooperating and collaborating with other people. Okay, so let's take a look at guidance from Spirit for you. So we have realization with the number 37. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Yeah, there's an emphasis here on maybe you not seeing something clearly, or your actions that you might be telling yourself are driven out of one purpose, but what they're seeing is more of a purpose of maybe you needing to heal something in yourself, where you have this desire to be a hero, or fight a combat or a war, to have value, or to prove something as a form of self-expression. And maybe there's this need for realization about why it is that maybe you're stepping into situations that, well, I mean, I don't know, may or may not. I mean, this is just a perception, okay? So could very well be not accurate. But there is an emphasis here from Spirit as far as advice to take a look at our heart-centered truth and what we're externally maybe showing to the world versus what we're feeling on the inside. Passion, number 34. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Yeah, I was totally getting from that, this storm, like this storm energy that you were kind of seeing yourself as maybe unpredictable, or like storm is talking about passion and maybe being very stormy, when, you know, in the center core things are calm, and there's this like emotion that lies hidden inside us that brings upon balance, and the chaos and the storm is happening kind of on the outside. So maybe to find what is the true core of bringing balance and calmness to maybe areas that might seem like they're have a life of their own here with this passion. Okay, and nothing wrong with passion. I feel like, yeah, you definitely seem to have a lot of passion as long as you're aware of where it's stemming from, and have an awareness of what you're trying to express and bring into this world. So emergence with the number 25. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. I was really feeling this from the tarot here, where your person was wanting there to be this realization and maybe a wonderment away from how you're perceiving things into a different headspace of where you're entering into like more of a childlike approach, like seeing a situation maybe for what it is in order to allow beauty to come in and let things unfold. Sometimes there's more beauty to be had in situations that we're not having to battle or confront or manipulate or massage or change. Okay, so it seems to be pretty consistent with the messages from Spirit here, and I hope that this resonated for you. If not, then there's another 2 piles here, and don't forget to check out the other video that I posted today, which is about the person on your mind and how you see them and how they think you see them. Okay, so it's flipped. Hopefully you find something there, and I love you guys so much. Leave a comment, leave a like. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick this beautiful stone right here, then pile number 2, this is your reading. Now, we will be taking a look at how you think the person on your mind sees you, and then how they are actually seeing you, okay? And I did 2 videos back to back, so you might want to go check out the other video, which shows how you actually perceive your person and how they think you see them. Okay, so it's kind of flip-flop, so you might find that maybe this video doesn't resonate for you and maybe that video does, but for this one, this is how you think the person on your mind is seeing you. And this doesn't have to be a romantic connection, it could be anyone on your mind. And if there is anything coming up in the romance department, I will certainly let you know. And so let's take a look at what we see here. All right, so Pleione, mother of the sea goddess, I surrender to boundless creative flow of the ocean. Ooh, very beautiful. Now, we can have these flip-flop too, right? So this could be how your person thinks you see them, but right now, this is how you think your person on your mind sees you. All right, so 65 with whale spirits, trust the great mystery. Beautiful. Renewal. Spider. All right. So we got some earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And gambler, light attribute, willingness to follow intuition, even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. And we have apocalypsis. And we have Y with the number 31. Let's move this over slightly. And we have calling in your soulmates. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And sap of the moon planets. All right, so interesting. Now, I haven't seen these oracles. I just shuffled them however they came out. We will pull some tarot a little later. But yeah, so how you think your person is seeing you. You think that your person sees you as somebody who is really intuitive and very deep and very creative, and I feel like that you feel that you're very dedicated to a process and a knowing that you follow. It's like an inner moral compass that you follow. And there is this environment around you that isn't very stable, or that you come out of that didn't really allow for you to have a safe place, where you had to learn how to trust yourself, protect yourself, be creative, and keep an open heart, keep in tune with what truly matters, listening to your inner calling, allow yourself to stay open to love and the goodness of this planet, but there is some question here on your behalf as to why maybe things happen in a way that, you know, bad things happening to good people. Maybe you're in situations that you didn't quite deserve, and you were able to take a risk and just blindly take a leap of faith in your life at one point, maybe where things were seeming as though they were not the greatest, and there was a level of chaos and uncertainty, but you still took the leap forward, and that you've been able to build yourself. And maybe you've been knocked down once for sure, but maybe several times in your life where you've had to rebuild yourself again, and you've built yourself up to be stronger, and you're very determined in bringing towards you what it is that you deserve. And there's something very magical that you feel that they feel in your presence here, because your ability to be both practical but also allow yourself to share deep emotions and trust the flow of maybe this connection or this person. And there is this ability for you to embrace situations that might be unclear, situations that might where maybe it might be difficult to navigate through, but you have a very orderly and safe way and structured way of how you navigate through things. And when you need to be more creative and emotional, you have that as well. And yeah, that there is this also this healing nature about you because of your intuition and allowing yourself to trust your guidance. And it's almost like a knowing that you belong someplace in this world, and that what is yours is to come to you, as long as you are open to taking chances and being receptive, but also working hard and diligently in areas that you can control. So yeah, like you're really in control of your life where you're able to, and areas where you're not able to, you've learned to accept that there's going to be a level of having to just kind of deal with situations as they present themselves. But you're always able to take crappy situations or situations in which maybe there was something challenging and turn it into something that you're able to utilize to give you strength, to help you bring in what you want, to learn a lesson so you become stronger and more prepared for the next thing. But you're also somebody who likes to explore and learn from your mistakes. And if something didn't work out, you don't take it too personal. You just kind of go on to the next kind of situation. Okay, so if this sounds like how you think they see you, then we're going to take a look at how they actually see you and see if it is similar. All right, so this is how the person on your mind is actually seeing you. All right, now this is their perception, so it may or may not be accurate. Okay, so we have Atlas 43, Father of the Sky. God, I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. Wow, look at that, looks like Aquaman. That's a very powerful card. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. Number 8. Wow. Forgiveness. Beautiful. Rabbits, Earth Energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And we have here Networker. Light attributes enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. And the shadow attributes conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. And we have here Kairos. Oh, Kairos. Okay, I might want to read this in the book in a bit, but let me just put all these cards down. Go the distance with the number 47. Let's move that over. And flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And we have here sun's splendor. Okay, so I do see that they see you in the way that I was explaining, except much more intense. Okay, like much more intense. They see this beautifulness about you, almost like, yeah, like you're this godlike person. Okay, so they probably put you on a pedestal, but they really admire you and your strength and your ability to come out of adversity. They're aware of challenges that you've had and that you have turned those challenges into accepting life, but facing these challenges, and you do it so naturally that you're inspiring everybody around you by how you just hold yourself and how you're able to live your life. Okay, they do see a sense of curiosity with you or about you, and a gentleness, and maybe you wander into areas that other people would be too scared to go into, and that they wouldn't themselves. So they kind of have this like fear that you'll get like chewed up, but you always tend to stand your own, hold your own, and accomplish whatever you set your mind to, despite maybe not having the experience in a situation. It doesn't allow you to shy away. You still press forward and learn lessons, and they feel like you're a very balanced individual with this sun splendor here. Okay, this is somebody who brings joy and just this radiant energy into everyone's life. And I think that they feel like you're really unaware of how much you are bringing awareness to other people and giving them inspiration to what they can go after and what challenges they can face and what they can overcome. And there's this like lightness about your energy that doesn't take challenges too intensely or too deeply or too yeah, like you're not threatened. You take everything kind of as a challenge, but like almost like a fun challenge. Even things that might be very serious and things that might be scary for other people, you kind of are able to go in, and sometimes unsuspectingly and calm, and you have a way of being safe or gentle or approaching situations from a very soft place, and people are more receptive to you because you're not really threatening, but you are definitely a threat to be reckoned with because of your strength and your ability to navigate through issues that other people would be too afraid to. They feel absolute radiance and joy. I feel a very deep level of inspiration here and admiration for what you've accomplished and what you've gone through, but also how you continue to keep inspiring people. Yeah, let's read this Kairos card to see what more we can have, because this one's really speaking out to me, and I think this one's closer to the end here. There might be something something about this one. Okay, yeah, it's close to the end here. So we have Kairos, mythic time, and synchronicity. Let's put that right there. It says, we have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. When light, alignment, ease, in decisions and actions, and when dark, fighting against time. Okay, so there is a heavy emphasis here on time, which I wasn't picking up the time piece, but what I was picking up was you coming in unexpectedly into situations, curious and maybe not knowing, and being able to be driven to move forward, to conquer a challenge in your own way, unsuspectingly, which I think you know how to act. I'm getting really, yeah, like your true core, you're like this King of Wands type energy, but with the compassion of like a Queen of Pentacles almost, okay? But what I was getting from that Kairos was this ability to just know, and no one has to tell you how to be and what you do next. It's kind of like just comes from within you. It's almost like this sense of being in another time and space, because I feel like this person thinks that you're not like anyone that they have ever met, because you have this uncanny ability to go through situations with this level of knowing, where other people would probably have no idea or no clue how you knew or how you were reading into a situation, and were able to just figure your way through. Where a lot of people might have even shut down because they might have experienced a challenge, or at the first sight of a challenge or a threat, instead of maybe retreating or not wanting to engage, you have a sense of curiosity and a gentleness, non-threatening nature until you understand. And then when you're ready to move forward and kind of pounce, despite knowing the outcome, you're able to do that. Now, I don't know why there's a lot of situation here where there's things to overcome, but maybe you've had a very challenging situation here, or apocalypsis. Maybe you come from a very turbulent past, and this person's been aware of this, and they're seeing you kind of morph into a person who is now just taking all of that and building their own life, okay, and where there's no time construct, where there's really no constructs, nothing's really holding you back. And I think they've seen you do the impossible, okay, because I mean, God does miracles and impossible, and I feel like with this card, it's almost like another time and place where time would restrict other people and situations would cause restrictions. This that has not stopped you, and they've witnessed this, so now I have all the belief in the world for you going after what you want, and this inspires them and brings them joy to see you live that type of a life. And with this flirt, yeah, they just feel like there's this lighthearted love energy that you bring, this joy, despite all this. So wow, that was very interesting. So let's take a look at the tarot and see what we see. I'm going to move this over. So we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 2. In regards to how their person actually perceives pile number 2. How are they actually perceiving pile number 2? How do they see them? Yeah, sounds to me like your person is really in awe of you. Maybe you're like a mentor to them, or at least they see you as somebody who really inspires them. Who's very strong. All right, so thank you very much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. What do we have? We have the 6 of Swords. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm not surprised to see wands here, and pentacles, and cups, and swords. I just feel like your person feels you're very well-rounded. And yeah, 6 of Swords is moving away from turbulent times. So situation, they see you moving away from where maybe things were very difficult for you, but you were able to celebrate your life despite challenges. This is about celebrations. This is flirt energy. This is lightheartedness. This is networking. Okay, so maybe they also see you with like a lot of friends, because we were seeing that networking card here. Was it in the, yeah, networker? So you have a way with people and people really admire you, but this is really about networking and your social circle, celebrations, lighthearted energy. Okay, but yet there's this dedication to you with this Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the most dedicated knights. Okay, this is bringing something of value, although potentially moving slowly. It is a very determined and dedicated knight to move throughout the challenge. And sometimes the knight doesn't have the weapons or the ability to fight, but has the determination to get through a situation, and is determined and gets to the other side using what they have, okay, to get through, not necessarily the standard way that all the other knights would use swords or wands. And now you have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like they believe there's this side of you that acts out of love, acts out of a passionate, caring, giving, compassionate side of you, okay, that is what's driving you in moving forward, because there's so much love in your heart here, but yet you're very driven, okay, with this Knight of Wands. So 3 knights, okay, this is like somebody who goes after what they want, who's very inspiring, very passionate, yeah, so it's definitely how they were seeing you there in the oracles. Okay, so let's give you some advice cards here from Spirit. Doesn't sound like you need a whole bunch of advice, but we'll see what Spirit wants to give to you in regards to advice in this reading here. So you got 10, authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Wow, I think maybe you are in a position of authority here, and I feel like you are fairly balanced, or at least this person feels you are. And Spirit is identifying here this powerful, directed, and yet receptive, wise, and loving. So it's like a very well-balanced internal and external way of navigating through life. And I feel like you have this way to be a leader by the way you govern yourself and act, rather than needing to show others by telling them or a sense of authority over them. I feel like you just govern yourself in a way that allows other people to see what's possible. Okay, we have compassion, number 15. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so the unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Yeah, I feel like you're probably able to be extra compassionate with this Knight of Cups and this compassion to situations due to your experience. So you can understand and come from a different angle than most people probably aren't able to see or understand, because they haven't experienced maybe a level of pain or come from an experience that you've had or a challenge that's allowed you to be more compassionate. Okay, and then we have Earth, number 24. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Earth energy is so grounded, so real. Yeah, I feel like this is a very good balanced energy here that I'm feeling from you. So I think Spirit is just recognizing maybe the work that you've put into yourself, that you continue to put into yourself, is paying off. And I feel like this person certainly sees it, and hopefully you're seeing that in yourself, because to me it didn't seem to me like this did it any justice. Although it was healthy enough where you didn't think your person saw you as somebody who was weak. But certainly, you know, maybe a fraction of how they actually really did see you. And I feel like maybe there is more, reward you should maybe embrace for how you've been, considering the situation in which you've come out of. I feel like there needs to be a deep recognition and a congratulations, or yeah, just recognition that I think you've traveled quite a bit and have done quite a bit of work on yourself, and it is very visible here. And yeah, I can't even give you advice here because I feel like you're very well rounded. So I very much enjoyed this reading. Pile number 2, I hope you did as well. And don't forget, there is another 2 piles which may resonate. And there's another video that I posted, and it is the person on your mind and how you actually see them and how they think you see them. So it's kind of flipped, okay? If you're interested. And leave a like, leave a comment. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you pick this beautiful blue stone right here, then pile number 3, let's get into your reading. So we will be taking a look at how you think the person on your mind sees you versus how they're actually seeing you, okay? This could be anyone on your mind, doesn't have to be someone romantic. We will pick up what we pick up. If there are romantic feelings, we will see that maybe, depending on what the cards want to show us. Now, keep in mind, it could be flipped, and it could certainly be how your person thinks you see them and how you see them, but the intention here is how you think your person sees you, okay? And then how they're actually seeing you. And I posted another video today, which I hope you go check out. It is the flip side. It is how you actually see the person on your mind versus how they think you see them. Okay, so very interesting to see these come out. And yeah, let's take a look. So I pre-shuffled these oracles, have not looked at them. And we will pull some tarot as well. So we have Electra with the number 18, the shining star glow. I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. Spider spirits, make your dreams real with the number 56. Growth. Hyena. Liberator. Light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought pattern. Shadow attributes, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. And the womb. And the vision. And new life with the number 39. And deception, with someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And iron. Okay, so how you think the person on your mind sees you. Okay, so I think you think your person sees you as someone who is transforming from someone who you used to be. And maybe they see you working really hard in building yourself up into making yourself into someone who is, yeah, you're rebranding yourself. You're, you now have a new way of wanting to follow your vision, your dreams, your passions, in a different way than you have in the past. So this person, maybe you feel like they've known you when you were not your greatest self or in your greatest light, and you might have been in a situation where others were taking advantage of you, or there was a need for you to break free from a situation that was holding you back or holding you down. And yeah, you were able to rebrand or rebirth yourself, and you're still healing and you're still learning what it's like to step into your new skin, so to speak. But you're also feeling like this person sees you as someone who is now someone that they could rely on, somebody who is fairly secure in the fact that you've faced where you've come from, and you've embraced who you are, and you're still learning to step into more of what that looks like, but that you still haven't fully, that you're still working on yourself, that you still haven't fully stepped into your full self, but that you have a dream, you have a vision, and you're kind of in the early stages of building yourself up, but that there is a strength about you and a determination to get there. And maybe you feel like this person thinks you could have at some point been maybe not truthful with this person, okay, with the hyena and the deception. But I feel like what this truth is you maybe hiding yourself, your true self, of what it is that you really wanted for yourself, and freeing yourself from a situation that was holding you back and not allowing you to chase up on your dreams and your passions, and you breaking free from something to recreate yourself with the womb and the new life and rebirth yourself and no longer dim your light. But when you were being held back, there was still this side of you that maybe was a little bit standoffish, or at least in this connection, you feel like your person feels there was this way of you not being honest with them or completely letting them in, and not be aware of your dreams and your visions and your passions and what you were really dealing with when it came to negative emotions. And maybe you were being held back based on your own, maybe there wasn't really situation so much as you holding yourself back due to not being truthful with yourself, or accepting yourself, or embracing yourself and all of the desires and ways that you could move forward. And so this is how you see, or you think your person sees you, okay? And I did say how you think that they could rely on you, and that you're someone who has been fairly solid, okay, and determined on making yourself into this new being, or this new, stronger version of yourself, okay? So let's take a look at how the person on your mind is actually seeing you, and see if it is similar. All right, so we have Merope, number 41, the diamond star, destiny. I focus on service and follow my higher purpose. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things, with the number 40. Ooh, 40 and 41. I will do this. Very interesting. Soulmate. Mouse, you guys, how cute. Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Your person thinks you're just so cute. All right, shapeshifter. So light attributes, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Shadow attribute, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. The unseen. The tribe, with the number 8. And release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And fog. Wow, look at how these are pixelated. I don't believe there are many cards that are pixelated in either of these decks, but that's kind of interesting. The unseen and then fog. Okay, so how's your person see you? So I feel like your person, let's see, what were you seeing? Oh yeah, the growth. I think that you were seeing yourself maybe from a perspective of a more physical way that your person was seeing you. I think you're being kind of a little bit hard on yourself, a little bit. Because I feel like your person sees you as somebody who is, has a higher purpose, and who's going through maybe some sort of spiritual awakening, and that you were who you were supposed to be in the past, and who you're supposed to be now is who you're supposed to be now. Like, they don't feel like you had this dire need to change because you were held back or deceptive or any of that type of stuff. They see you as somebody who maybe wasn't as loud or going after maybe things that you've always known to be for you. But they feel like you were needing to address and deal with situations in your life to allow you to see lessons and allow you to build on yourself in order for you to be ready to accept the next stage of your life, and that you're being called to a higher purpose. Yeah, just the fact that we have two mouse spirit, like I just feel like maybe they saw you as someone who was afraid of entering into the next stage of your life because of the fact that there was a vulnerability about you, that you were unprepared to face situations that were larger than what you were able to enter into, and that there was a need for you to, with this shapeshifter, learn to adapt and cope and maybe deal with things that were in your wheelhouse more before taking this step. There's this sense of soulmate here. I think your person feels a deep connection to you on a soulmate type level, but they feel like there's this, yeah, definitely with the tribe here being their soul tribe. I think this person feels like you're a part of their soul tribe family, like there's a deep connection here to you. They're in awe and watching you change, but there's a part of you that they feel you're still learning on how to release, okay? And it might be doubt, because they feel like maybe after you've experienced a situation that you needed to experience in order to move on to the next step, maybe you doubt yourself, but I don't feel like this person doubts you. They're just kind of allowing you to learn whatever lessons. And sometimes maybe what I was getting is you put on a heaviness on yourself that you need to be at a certain point in your journey or in your life, but they're still seeing you as someone who might have to deal with certain things first, or that you're putting the cart before the horse. And there's still so much potential that they think that you have, and there's more yet to be seen in regards to what you can bring to this world. Like they feel like there's calling for you, and maybe you have been lost, and they feel like maybe where you're lost is in your own tripping up yourself. Okay, you get a little bit tripped up on maybe how you've been or in an experience that you've had, and then you might tell yourself that that is who you are, or that that becomes you in some sort of way. But they're seeing this as kind of being the part that you're not seeing clearly, is that once you've learned that lesson or were able to navigate through and find your way through, you now kind of have that notch in your belt in order to accomplish the next level. So there seems to be still a timidness about you, and I feel like your person is really like hyper fixated on your journey, because they want to see you come into your fullness. And there's almost like they believe in you more than you believe in yourself, or at least this is the energy that I'm getting, that they see this greatness and they feel like, yeah, there's this like camaraderie and this deep soul connection and recognition in who you are and what you're capable of doing, that they really believe in your ability to go through situations that maybe might feel larger than you and pull through and learn lessons in order for you to get into your soul's calling. Okay, the mouse coming out twice. I don't know if maybe we should take a look at what this says. Just let's take a look, because sometimes cards need to be read to get a deeper sense of meaning here. So let's take a look at mouse in the Animal Spirit Guidebook of the Wild Unknown. Mouse. So there might be some more nuance in here that I'm not picking up. Okay, so detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, and nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When in balance, organized, resourceful, and prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose. To bring into balance a meaningful project. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at the other mousy mouse. Give me a second to find the book. Or not. All right, so it is here. Okay. 40. Mouse spirits tend to the small things. Oracle message. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and mouse spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the small voice inside of you that says, this doesn't feel right. Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you've too readily dismissed it as nothing big or nothing special? Most spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think. So look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. Protection message. Are you too caught up in details, micromanaging others, stressing out because you want everything to be perfect? Are you procrastinating because you want every detail to be just right and losing track of time and your priorities? Most spirit wants you to listen to your intuition that tells you that the detail you fear you are overlooking will only appear when you stop obsessing. Mouse spirit will lead you to the nuances you need to notice and will diligently work to support you if you take a breath and trust that guidance will be provided. Small gestures carry great power right now, and maybe you need to take action toward discovering what is going on that you may not be seeing, or toward mending a relationship or a situation. Ask a question, do a little research, and listen for most spirits' quiet little squeak telling you, look here and attend to this detail. Okay, so what I was picking up very heavily from both the mousies was not this person's seeing you as somebody who is nitpicky or dwelling on these tiny things. I see it as this person seeing you as someone who is almost overlooking the tiny things in which help build you stronger, because I feel like this person sees the potential in you and sees that you are trying to maybe go to the end, like I said, or get to a certain level, or that you need to be at a certain level of your rebirth here, or a level of growth in your new life, and that you're putting a pressure on yourself to go after a dream of how you're supposed to be. At the exception of learning the lessons as they come and kind of taking this step by step. Yeah, I really feel like this person sees this almost this preciousness about you, that they feel like if you were to get thrown into a situation that you were unprepared for, it might throw you back because you're very overly eager to get there. Okay, and yeah, I do see that they see this huge potential, and I feel like the potential they see in you is actually greater than the one you see in yourself, but I see it at a completely different pace, or them seeing you kind of going into that at a different pace than maybe what you're expecting and what you're thinking. Okay, and I find it interesting that one mouse is looking that way and one mouse is that way. It's almost like, I feel like they think you're maybe your worst enemy right now in how you're dealing with the things that you can control right now, because you're not quite handling or knowing how to manage through that in order for you to move forward to the next life lesson here. And there's, yeah, definitely some releasing of old experiences that are holding you back. And I think you identify that as this, I no longer dim my light and shine bright for all to see. I feel like you probably identified where you were being held back. Okay, but they're seeing you as still kind of being held back in some way by not taking serious or spending enough time in areas that are going to help build you up to move along, like in the little things. Okay, like you might overlook these little things, but there's a very strong connection here when it comes to how they feel about you guys being soulmates and meant to be in each other's lives. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit, for that clear and concise message. For beautiful pile number 3, can we please ask and take a look at how does pile number 3's person see pile number 3? How do they actually see pile number 3? Thank you so much, Spirit, for the clear and concise message. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the Fool. And the Fool was kind of wanting to come in reverse, and I think I will read that one in reverse. Okay, so lots of wants. I think your person sees the passion in you, okay? But what they're seeing here is that you might be very passionate all of a sudden about the rebirth and changes and seeing something that you're going after. And then the challenge with the Knight of Wands is that then it fizzles out, okay? Because the Knight of Wands is very short-lived energy, and then there might be a regret or a sadness that comes about if you don't accomplish your goal right away, because maybe you have a desire that something or an outcome should turn out a certain way when you go after it without maybe paying attention to all of the little things that maybe need to go into building a situation for you to be victorious and accomplished. Okay, with the 6 of Wands, this talks about victory and winning. So I feel like there's this focus on winning and going after what you want, but maybe it's just a desire to move towards what you want without there being really any planning or experience behind it, causing this level of sadness. And I also feel like with the 6 of Wands, could very well be that there is still a emphasis on other people watching you or needing recognition from other people, acceptance from other people in some level that might be holding you back in some way. And I feel like this person thinks once you break free from that, that was like that release your ex, right? Like releasing maybe energies that you're, it doesn't have to necessarily be an ex, but a past way of being, of maybe needing recognition or maybe wanting the acceptance of others. But once you break free from that with this 8 of Wands, there's this sense of liberation and freedom where you would be able to take this leap of faith into your new skin and learning yourself, aside from what other people expect of you, what other people want of you, how other people perceive you to be. It'd be you learning yourself. But I feel like there's a block in learning who you truly could be, what you could truly bring to this world right now, because of the fact that there is a heavy emphasis on what others are going to think of a win, or what others want you to do in order to win, or how to be being successful, rather than what it is that you think is going to make you successful or bring you success. Okay, so let's take a look at these three cards here. This is guidance from Spirit to you. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit, for that clear, concise message. Can we get cards of guidance for pile number 3? What do they need to know now? So we have communication with the number 14. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Okay. Conception with the number 16. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin. Oh, it's my cat. I'm going to let my cat in and I will be right back. Hi guys, sorry about that. My cat was scratching and I didn't want to rush through. So that's what I meant by my cat. But we have communication, we have conception. Number 16, the frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. And we'll pull one more and see what the feeling is here from spirits. Okay, magic, 31. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So I feel like this message here feels a lot more in line with you really believing in an outcome of what is possible for yourself. And maybe this person feels as though maybe there needs to be a focus more on the little things around you. But I feel like there is this message here from Spirit that all is required is the belief in the manifestation, that we're able to conceive something based on a concept. Okay, so if you're able to imagine the birth of something, you can manifest it in your life. I feel like there's this, there's like this ability for you to bring in what you want, what you believe in. And I feel like maybe it's been a long time coming, because I feel like maybe you've been held back and not as inspired as you actually are. And I feel like maybe what Spirit is saying with this communication is maybe there should be a communication even with this person in regards to what your dream is, what you're envisioning, how you're working, because maybe they're just perceiving you from their perspective as someone who is not tending to what they think maybe you should be tending to. But maybe you haven't really, and not that you need to communicate to anyone what you're trying to manifest or anything like that, but I just feel like there's an emphasis here on communication. And maybe this is communication to yourself. So maybe there's an uncertainty right now in what your heart is calling out to, where it is that you want to go, because you're still in that rebirth sort of phase, or at least this is how you think your person perceives you, okay, with that rebirth and trying to regrow from a situation, new life. So what's standing out here is, it reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart and center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So there's something about needing to come into balance, maybe with how you're trying to manifest something and conceptualize something. That isn't quite being communicated to this person, or they're not quite seeing. Again, doesn't need to be, but this could just be guidance for you from Spirit, or it could be guidance in regards to this situation if you feel like maybe there's a disconnect, or maybe there's a need to bridge some sort of miscommunication around what it is you are doing. But yeah, this is what I see here for pile number 3. Beautiful energy. And don't forget to check out the other video in which it is how you perceive your person and how they think you perceive them. Okay, so That will be posted today as well, or go check out the other 2 piles. You might see different aspects of the same connection or a different connection of someone else in your life. Hopefully this helped. I would love to hear in the comments if you're resonating, and leave a like, and I will see you soon. Bye.